I'm Zoe Rabgetz. I play for the Sunshine Coast Thunder, and you're listening to Smash FM.
I am Brianna Martin. I play for the Sunshine Coast Thunder, and you're listening to Smash FM.
I'm Samaya Cook and I play for the Sunshine Coast Thunder and you're listening to Smash FM.
I'm Eves Chi. I play for the Sunshine Coast Thunder, and you're listening to Smash FM.
Welcome everyone here to the Smash Sports Show right here on Smash FM here on a Friday. Because let's head up to our friends up in Queensland in particular, of course, to the beautiful Sunshine Coast, because it's been with the Sunshine Coast Thunder team who are in preparation for the, of course, the newly vamped Premier League competition, which starts in about a month, a bit time from now. And of course, we've got four very special guest joins right now that tell us a bit about it. Thanks all four for joining us.
Thank you.
Now, I'll get the four of you to introduce yourselves and tell us what teams in the Thunder team you're going to be playing for in the Premier League side of things once the season gets underway.
Hi. Yeah, so I'm Samaya. I'm part of the Rubies team for Thunder this year and I'm 17 years old.
Cool. I'll go next. I'm Eves Chi. I am in also the Ruby squad for 2025, and I'm 19.
I'm Zoe. I'm in the Sapphire team, and I'm 19.
I'm Brianna, and this is my 5th year in the Thunder Sapphire team.
So how's the preparations been like for Ruby and the Sapphires in the lead up to the season?
I can talk about Sapphire. So we've only done one session so far because most of us are with the Lightning SN Reserves team. So we've been doing that for a couple of weeks now. So it's really cool how our Sapphire team is basically the reserves team as well. So we're getting like that double training and lots of different coaches. So we started really well, lots of fitness, but it's looking like it's going to be a good season. So yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. We also just kicked off our preseason last week, based out of the University of Sunshine Coast at Sippy Downs. And it's been really, really good so far. We also have the Emerald squad a part of our trainings and just, working out the bonds with the girls and getting our fitness in, obviously, coming off the off season. So, yeah, it's been really exciting so far.
Now, I believe we've only got one captain in this call today from the Thunder team. Am I correct, or am I missing any captains other than the one I can see?
Yes, I was the Ruby captain last year, and it was such a wonderful experience. Being my second year at the club, I think last year, it was really nice to have that leadership position and be able to show on and off the court those kind of skills and bringing the girls together and all of that. Yeah.
Tell us a bit about your coaches.
So last year I was in. Are we talking about last year or this year?
This year.
This year? Okay. Well, this year's my first year in Sapphire, so we've got Sim but yeah, this is gonna be my first year under Sim, so I'm really excited to learn heaps from her because from what I saw last year, she's really good.
So for our Sapphire coach, we have Sim, who's been our head coach for 3 years now. She's also the coach of the Fijian Pearls. So she has a lot of netball knowledge and she's a great support on and off the court. And I know we're all excited to have her for another year. So yeah.
And for the Rubies team, we have our head coach, Jackie, and she also coached our Ruby team last year. And she has lots of netball experience as well. She actually played for the Australian Diamonds back in her netball days, which is really exciting that we get to have her teaching us a bunch of new skills. And yeah, she was really great last year and we're really excited to have her again this year.
Yeah, she's got great connections to the Thunder franchise with Jada Delaney being in the Sapphire group and the SSN Reserves and Sunshine Coast Lightning training partner. So she definitely knows our culture and she's been able to make part of it last year as well.
Any expectations this year for both Ruby and Sapphire in the new Premier League comp?
Well, for Sapphire, the past 4 years, we've always made top 4, but we haven't been able to crack the grand final yet. So that is definitely our goal for this year. We've got some new players coming in, lots of the same team, and also some girls coming up, including Zoe coming up from the Rubies. So that's really exciting for her. So I know we'll be super keen to make that grand final, and I know everyone's really itching for it now. Like, it's been a long time coming, so feeling confident.
And then for Rubies, last year we just missed out on the top 4 by I think 1 point. It was the difference. And yeah, and it was a new team last year, but this year we have a few of the same girls, so we're a bit more experienced. So yeah, we're hoping to crack that top 4 this year.
For you, where did the love of netball start, and what does it mean to you now?
Well, I'm from Townsville, so I've just grown up playing netball like regionally until I was about 12, when then I'd come down here for like the school sport. So I actually moved to Sunshine Coast 3. This is my 3rd year on the Sunshine Coast, for netball. So being able to be a part of Thunder is like real special to me. And just like last year was my first year playing in the Premier League, is it called now? And yeah, I had many amazing people and just learned so much.
And for me, so this is actually my 10th year playing netball, and definitely for me, I remember the moment that I wanted to play was when my older sisters were playing as well, so I kind of just followed through them. They're not playing anymore. I kind of overtook them eventually, but yeah, definitely my older sisters, having them as a role model was when I wanted to start playing netball.
Probably my love for netball was grown. I also started playing netball up in Cairns, so not Townsville, but still the far north Queensland. When I was on an AFL field and I got tackled, and I was like, no, this is definitely not for me. I need to change sports. Then to go on to realise that netball is actually a very contact sport, even though it's meant to be non-contact. So yeah, that's probably where my love started for that.
Yeah, I distinctly remember my love for netball started when my mum was coaching my older sister's team, and I was watching and I was just crying the whole time because I just wanted to play so bad. And I finally convinced mum to let me play the next week with them. And I've played ever since, and I've loved it ever since. And you just build so many amazing friendships and relationships with the coaches, on and off the court support, and my life wouldn't be the same without it. So yeah.
What does it mean to play for the Sunshine Coast Thunder?
It means a lot to play for the Sunshine Coast Thunder, specifically for me, as I've grown up on the Sunshine Coast my whole life. So I literally drive 10 minutes to training, which is amazing, having a homegrown pathway for me and my sister coming through as well, and all younger netball players aspiring to be pro one day. It's so important to have a pathway near where you live. And seeing people that I've grown up with playing, making it as well, being in the same team with them for years, you just build such strong connections, and knowing there's so much talent here is really promising for the future. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm the same as Brie. I've also grown up on the Sunshine Coast my whole life as well. And playing for Thunder is super important for me, and it's amazing because we actually have the Sunshine Coast Lightning as our pathway directly up. So it's super cool. At trainings, we get to watch them train. We get to watch them play against the SSN reserves as well. So just seeing like what level we can get to locally here on the Sunshine Coast is super important, and it creates a very supportive and motivating culture for everybody at the club as well.
Yeah, and being from Brisbane myself, I currently live down in Brisbane. It is really nice to see that being a part of Sunshine Coast Thunder, it's the most, I'm pretty sure it's like the most regional franchise, a part of the Heart Premier League. And so being able to really come up here and be a part of like the lifestyle that is up here is definitely such a large selling point of this club and all the people that you meet in it, definitely.
Yeah. Well, it means a lot. We didn't really have opportunities like this back home. So just being a part of it is just unreal. The girls are amazing. It's such a good community. So yeah, I'm very grateful to be a part of Thunder.
Zoe, I'm going to stay with you for the next question. Now, of course, last season, you got called up to the Lightning Reserves last year. Tell us a bit about that experience.
Oh, it was so cool. So I played Ruby last year. Just came back from a few operations, and it was my first year. And my goal last year was just to like get to know some people, and just get back into netball. Because I had about 6 months off, and yeah, just getting asked. I was meant to go home that weekend, and then when I got asked that training, I was like, of course. So I just kind of canceled my flights. I was like, sorry, Mom. But yeah, so getting on the court, that first time, I just remember shaking. I was so nervous. I've never played in front of like that many people. So yeah, no, it was unreal.
I assume you managed to rebook your flight, I'm assuming.
I think I decided to go to Mackay instead.
Brie, I need to ask you, obviously, you were on the mentioned about injury replacement with Zoe. Now, you got injured in round 1 of last season with an ACL. I'm assuming now that's all good.
Yeah, well, obviously that was a huge heartbreak for me. First game, last quarter, went down. And then, yeah, physio unfortunately told me, did the test on my knee. It was like, yeah, you're gone. So I'm now 9 months and 8 days, but who's counting? And it's going really well. I'm actually, last night I had my first training back, full training, contested work, ball drills, feeling really good. I got a few intercepts and the girls were hyping me up so much, and it's just an unreal feeling to be back on the court. I can't really explain it, but our first game is in May. So if all goes well, I should be fully cleared to play the first game. Still not allowed to play a proper game yet, but in a couple of weeks we should be there. Yeah.
I've also asked you that question because obviously you were named in the inaugural Australian Black Swans team before you got injured. So,
yeah.
Firstly, how special was it for you to be named in the team? But then the second part is, how devastating was it for you to not play with the team due to that injury?
Yeah, so being selected in that team was probably the proudest moment through my netball career, I would say. My family being Indigenous, and obviously in the past, our family wasn't loud and proud about it. But now that we know everything, I'm so proud of my culture and who I am. So that team becoming a thing was amazing and such a great opportunity for me and the other girls, also creating a pathway for young Indigenous netball players to be seen and talent scouted, because all of us girls were saying that we feel like we all have this flair when we play and this similar style. So to be able to play that together, I was really excited for. But yes, after I got told that, did my ACL, and then the coach called me and was like, yeah, I've heard the news. Like, I'm so sorry, so devastated, but of course, welcome to come to the tournament, watch, like, you'll get a uniform. That's all I cared about, honestly. So yeah, I went down and watched one game. They were amazing and they were just on fire. And as much as I wanted to watch more of the games, I physically could not watch anymore. It was really fresh after my surgery, so I was really heartbroken. So I really struggled to watch my teams play, even though I couldn't be happier for them. But just knowing that my time will come. So unfortunately, I got named in the squad again for 2025, which the Pack Games was actually last week. And unfortunately, I couldn't play that either because I still haven't been cleared. But fingers crossed, for the end of the year when they have another tournament. So hopefully I will be there. But yeah, it's been a ride.
Well, hopefully you do get there, Brie. You fully deserve it too. So
Thank you.
now there was, of course, talking about the Pacific one. Now I believe you played for the PNG
Yes.
as well. So tell us a bit about that.
Yes. So the PNG Peppers, I have been a part of that for, I think this is my third year. I debuted in 2023, and it is definitely very different to Australian netball. As Brie was saying, all the Pacific girls, and they have a little bit of a flair to the way that they play, and it's very different to Aussie based, but it is such an enjoyable style of play, and all the girls really, really are such they're beautiful people. So we have about half based in Australia and Brisbane specifically, and then the other half of the team is up in PNG in Port Moresby. And it is definitely a challenge when we come together, different cultures, different resources, etc. But we do make it work, and we have such a fun time doing it. So yeah, the PNG Peppers, they have so much support back at home, and they really do, the population really do love us when we can show up for them. So yeah.
So just continuing on from that then, how special was it to don that uniform and represent the country?
Yeah, every single time I put on the dress, it is such an honor to represent my family and where we come from. Because I was born in Australia, connecting back to my roots is really, really important, because my dad is Papua New Guinean and my mum's Australian. And so every single time I'm able to play for them and put out a performance for them is obviously an absolute honor. Yeah.
Maya, you just got announced as part of the under-17 Queensland state team. Which is, firstly, congratulations on that.
Thank you.
And then the second part is, how special was it that you were named in the state team, and obviously with nationals coming up very soon?
Oh my goodness, like you have no idea how excited I was. So I was also in the Queensland pathway last year, but I was bottom age in the under 17s age group and got named as a training partner, which was very, very upsetting. So yes, I was super excited to finally be named in the team this year. And yeah, nationals is coming up in April, at the start of April at New South Wales. So we play against all the states for the under 17 girls. And yeah, I'm so excited. And we've been training really hard. We train twice a week down in Brisbane. And yeah, we've started playing some games against some Ruby teams as well in the area. And we've been playing really well. So yeah, I'm super excited to see how we'll go at nationals.
Have any of your fellow Sunny Coast teammates joining you in the 17s team?
Yeah, so Tilly Towner got named as a training partner in the under 17s team. She's just recently joined the Thunder Pathways this year as well. And yeah, she's loving it as well. It's so good having a local friend to travel down to Brisbane with every week for training. It's really great. But yeah, all the girls are so lovely, and yeah, we get along really, really well.
Stay with the Ruby team on this next question. What have both of you learnt from each other on and off the court?
Eve, do you want to go first?
Yeah, so Samaya and I are actually really good friends. She's such a goofy personality, which matches me so much. I've definitely learned that she is just such a hard worker. Being not put in the Queensland team last year, I think really motivated her to push hard this year and show the system what she was made of, especially last year. Getting her Sapphire debut in her first year of Ruby was absolutely phenomenal. And it really is just a testament to her character about how hard she works and how bad she wants things.
Oh, thank you, Eves. Yeah, so me and Eves obviously met last year when we were both named in the Ruby team. And I have loved having Eves as a really, really close netball friend of mine. We connected really, really quickly. And yeah, our personalities definitely mesh well. And having her as a captain on that Ruby team was also amazing. She's such a good role model, and she was always so approachable, and everybody always came up to her if they had any questions. And yeah, she's honestly such a role model to me, especially playing national level netball as well. Yeah, and we get along really, really, really well.
I'm going to ask the same question to Sapphires.
Okay, well, Brie is obviously amazing. Last year, I think was my first year really watching Brie at trainings and stuff, obviously, because she wasn't able to play the season. But even at trainings, she really like pushed me. She was just in the conditioning, just ahead of everyone, and it was just really good, like to push me a little bit more. And then just watching some practice matches at training, I just remember watching Brie and just being like, oh, so athletic, just some balls. I was like, how did you get that? But no, just like looked up to, well, she's here. I looked up to you so much. Like, you don't even understand. But yeah.
Oh, that was so cute, Zoe. Oh my God. Okay. I definitely admire your extreme hard work and athleticism. It's so clear that you work so hard on your fitness. And when I see you in the gym, I'm like, girl, like those quads be popping out. In conditioning, you definitely pushed me so hard. Like I can see you in the corner of my eye, and I'm like, she's coming. Like I've got to push harder. I've got to push harder. And then last night when we were doing conditioning, I was like, you've been working so hard. So credit to you. And especially being last year in Ruby, and now look at you training SN reserves, Sapphire team. Like so much is more to come for you. So yeah, I'm so excited to be playing with you.
Thank you.
We are going to finish with some light-hearted questions as well, which is who's the comedian, the best singer, and the best dancer on your respective teams?
I would definitely say best dancer would be Libby Grown. She is able to just rip up the dance floor in whatever respect she does. She is such a character. So definitely best dancer, Liberty.
Agreed. 100% Liberty would be best dancer. Yeah, no matter what, she's always down for a good little party. So.
Yeah. Last night, in fact, they had the speaker going, and her and I, we were close to the speaker, and we were just like popping off. I know that's the terrible word to use, terrible grammar, but no, we were having so much fun.
Okay, should we do dancer for Sapphire? Look,
yeah.
I don't want to be up myself, but I feel like it's me. It's me.
I agree with that.
I love like having a boogie on the D4, so I do it sometimes at training, but we haven't had a proper training yet, so it's hard to say at this point in time. But
yeah, we'll just leave it at it's you.
We'll leave it as me.
And probably on the Ruby team, the best singer. Well, the person that always picks the best songs in the warm-up has got to be Bree's sister, Ebony Martin. She's always the first one to be adding all of her songs to queue, turning it up full volume on the speakers, ready to just have her loudest voice in the warm-up before a game. Yeah, definitely Ebony for best singer.
Singer.
I feel like Bailey Boyd's the only one I've heard really sing.
Yeah. I feel like Bay and Jada.
Yeah.
The other one's gonna sing. So I reckon definitely that. Yeah.
I feel like Samaya and I are pretty funny. Nah,
I'm pretty funny as well. I was gonna say the same thing.
Yeah. They're very like out of pocket jokes. Like I feel like they couldn't be repeated if like in front of children.
Yeah, we're not scared to be ourselves. That's for sure. Yeah.
Okay, comedian. I'd honestly say you, Zoe. I feel like I found myself laughing at you so much every training. Laughing at you, not with you. It's always I know.
I'll take it.
Oh God.
can see why they chose you for to be on this show. So now we'll finish with this last one, which is: do either of you have a pre-game superstition, ritual, or routine?
I probably just call my mom.
Cute.
Yeah, that's what I do all the time. So
I always have to have my hair in a slick, low ponytail, always. And I have to get my iced vanilla latte every game day. That's my only things that I must do.
Yeah, I think I'm with Brie on that. I'm just like full slick back. You could literally wash a car with my head kind of thing. Like it needs to be out of the way. I think that's probably my only pre-game ritual.
Yeah. Mine would probably be because I have really bad ankles, as you do play netball. I always have to strap my left ankle before my right. It's just a thing that I've always done because I have to strap both ankles. But yeah, definitely left first, then right every single game.
For you, thank you so much for giving up some of your time to join us. It's awesome having all four of you on the show. Obviously, best of luck with the upcoming Premier League season, and I'll hopefully be up there to watch you in action throughout the year. And of course, I think you got the Time Bash thingy coming up in the preseason. I don't know what it's even called. So down in Brisbane, but best of luck with that as well. Hopefully, you do really well down there in Brizzy this weekend.
Thank you. Thanks so much for having me.
No worries, because if you want to support the mighty Sunshine Coast Thunder throughout the season, of course, we'll put all the details up on the season schedule, which obviously starts in May this year. There's more on the Smash Sports Show right after this. Don't go away, here on the 15th year celebration.
I'm Zoe Rabgetz. I play for the Sunshine Coast Thunder, and you're listening to Smash FM.
I'm Brianna Martin. I play for the Sunshine Coast Thunder, and you're listening to Smash FM.
I'm Samaya Cook, and I play for the Sunshine Coast Thunder, and you're listening to Smash FM.
I'm Eves Chi. I play for the Sunshine Coast Thunder, and you're listening to Smash FM.